Okay, hello guys. Good evening. Happy Chinese New Year again. Welcome back to our January week 4. Okay, this is our 4th week of January, the last week of January. Okay, almost everyone is here. Hi Jingen, hi Ethan, hi Felice, hi Wei Jun. Haven't seen you in a while. Hi Terence, how are you guys doing? And so, have you guys received your February notes already? I mean, I'm not using it today lah, just yet lah. So just to ensure, I've already sent it out. Okay, I've already sent it out, so it should reach you by this week or next week lah, hopefully. Okay, not yet. Okay, then maybe it'll be here, maybe. Okay. Anyway, so I think we stopped around here, right? Okay, we stopped around here. So right, for those who forgot to attend my class last 2 weeks, okay, because last week was Chinese New Year. Last 2 weeks, okay, that means the week before Chinese New Year. If you forgot to attend my class, please send me a video request. I will send you the video and please watch the video. All right, because we have finished our food chain from last 2 weeks. Okay, so I think we continue with this lah. Okay, we continue with this first because last 2 weeks, I think we finished until here. Yeah, I think we finished until population. Okay, we finished all the ecology already lah. The remaining one will be pollution, which I'll go into that later. So let's continue with this. We ignore D lah. Okay, let's look at E. So grass is the producer in an ecosystem. Is grass the producer? Yes, they are. Green plants, they are always the producer. Okay, 制造者. They make food from the sun. So they produce food. So of course, they're a producer. Next, number 2, primary consumer is a primary carnivore. Okay, so what is a primary consumer? This is the primary consumer. 初级消费者, the first consumer. Are they a carnivore? No, they are not. They are herbivore. As in 草食动物, they are herbivore because they eat grass. What? How can they be carnivore? Right? Carnivore is 肉食, means they eat meat. So that would be wrong. Oops, that would be wrong. And then number 3, the final consumer receive less total energy compared to primary. Yes, they do. Like I said, to the next level, only 10% goes up. Remember? Only 10% goes to the next level, another 10%, another 10%. So the top fella, the top guy, will receive the least energy. So they need to eat a lot. Okay, the top, they receive the least. And then next, decomposers obtain energy by decomposing dead organism. Now, what is a decomposer? If you remember, decomposers they are called 分解者. So they decompose things, they break things down. Like when you die one day, okay, in the future when you die, bacteria, they will break you down. Okay, so if you bury a body, after for, I don't know, 50 years later, when you get it out from the soil, there's only bones left. Okay, only the bones are left, okay, because you are decomposed. All right, so decomposer, do they decompose things? Do they get energy from decomposing things? Yes, they do. Okay, 他们分解东西来得到能量. Okay, so your worms, your earthworm, your bacteria, they are all decomposers. Right, so next, put each food chain in the correct order. Well, this is really easy. So we start from water weed, number 1, followed by a water snail. I guess I don't know what the hell is a water snail. I'm just guessing here. Followed by fish. Okay, and then last you have human. Human is always at the top one. Hi Jaden, how are you? How are you? We are in page this one, question 3, where we left off before we head for Chinese New Year. So how was all of you? How was your Chinese New Year? Was it okay? It's quite a boring Chinese New Year for me. I just basically stayed home and slept. I slept for 7 days. Right, really boring. Maybe I just want to avoid giving people ang pao lah since I'm married, so I didn't go anywhere. Anyway, so we start from rose leaf. Okay. What is a green fly? Hang on, let me Google. Green fly. Ah, okay. Okay, a green fly is this thing, huh? Okay, the more. Okay, so now I know. Ew, disgusting. Okay, so followed by a ladybird, followed by a green fly. Okay, and then next, number 3, we have dead leaves, followed by a worm, followed by worms. What is a thrush? Thrush is a type of small bird. It's a type of small bird, so they will eat the worms, and then followed by a hawk. All right, and then the last, number 4, we have lettuce, followed by slug. Slug is eaten by a frog. Frog is eaten by a snake. Okay, easy. I mean, your exam won't be this easy lah. I don't think they will give you 4 questions like this. But okay, as long as you understand, right? Okay, are you guys with me? Are you guys with me? I don't know why lah. After this Chinese New Year holiday, everyone seems not to be in the mood already, right? Yes, Felice, thank you. Everyone is like sian like that. We started our class last Friday. Okay, we TDC started our class last Friday. Oh my God, everyone was so blue. Okay, like only half of my students came for my class. Yesterday was the same, a little bit better. Today, still the same, right? Maybe you guys had you had some was good. Okay, I'm guessing you guys had a very fun Chinese New Year. That's why you feel like dying right now when school started, right? Right? This is what we call dopamine crash. You know what is a dopamine crash? When you are very happy, your brain will release a type of chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is the chemical that makes you very happy, right? So the happier you go, when they come down, the shittier you feel, right? This is what we call a dopamine crash. It's like you drink coffee, okay? You drink coffee, and then suddenly there's no more coffee, you crash, then you feel like sleeping. So it's the same thing, right? So if you guys had a very good time, during your Chinese New Year, you would feel like shit right now. Okay, so I'm guessing that's what happens. Okay, anyway, let's move on. That's why I see you're so quiet now. Right, anyway, so let's look at the next one. So A, B, C, there are 3 types of pyramid of numbers representing the numbers of individual in each level of food chain. Right, so let's look at A. You see, you have the most number here. Okay, the bottom layer is the producer. Okay, producer, and then you have your primary consumer, secondary consumer. So who is A here? Who is the most here? I think that would be this and this. Because you see, you have a lot of grass, You have a lot of grass, and then you have less rabbit and insect. Makes sense. You have the least fox and bird. Makes sense, right? And then you see B, you might say, sir, why is this pyramid so weird? Why are there so little producer? This must be a very big producer, as in it looks like a tree. Right? So this would be your tree here, but the answer is this. Why? Because you have tree, you have a lot of insects, correct? You have birds, very little, correct? Then what about C? C is this. Why? Because you have 1 tree, maybe you have 4 monkeys, but you have 100 flea. You know what is flea? Flea is kutu. Kutu. 你的那个 kutu 懂 kutu 嘛？在你头皮那个 Okay, so kutu lah. So you have a lot of kutu here. So this should be pyramid C. Makes sense. Okay, easy peasy. Guys, I'm doing something easy today. I know after Chinese New Year, you feel very blue. You don't feel like learning things. I'm okay. I'm going to do something easy today. So number 4, The photograph shows a fungus growing on horse dung, feces. Okay, this is horse shit. Okay, horse shit. So you see all this white color, they are your fungus, as in mushroom lah, fungus, they will break this thing down. So what name do we give to organisms like this fungus that break down organic matter? To break down, to break something down, this is called to decompose. If I decompose something, I'm a decomposer. 我分解人家，我就是分解者咯。Okay, I decompose someone, I'm the decomposer. Okay, can sorry, my hair, guys, my hair is really annoying. I need a haircut already. Okay, anyway, B, describe how the fungus breaks down the horse dung. Okay, why are they asking this? Right, so you can say it breaks down complex substance. Okay, what is a complex substance? That means something that is very complicated, 复杂的东西. They break it down into simpler substance. All right, go from complicated to simple. That's the job of a decomposer. It's like, okay, guys, decomposer is like taking apart Legos, right? When you build your Lego set, that is making something. So that process is like photosynthesis. When you are a plant, you do photosynthesis, you build things. When you die, decomposer, they break the Lego set down, that is decomposing. So life is like a cycle. You build things, you break things. Build, break, build, break. You see, guys, this happens in life, right? As a human, you are built, okay, you are born, and then when you die, you are broken down, right? Same goes to business. You see, you have new business, okay, and then you have business that goes bankrupt, that goes out of business. So you have build, break, build, break. This is like a circle of life, right? You have people born and you have people dying. Okay, you have new businesses and then you have businesses that dies. So it's like a circle of life, right? So they will break your complex substance into simpler substance. Now this thing becomes a nutrient. Simpler substance that are in the soil becoming nutrient for others, okay, for other plants. Right? So C, explain why organisms that break down waste material are important in the habitat. Okay, so why is a decomposer very important? Okay, so you can basically, the first point, you can write back the same thing. Okay, they break complex substance into simpler substances. Okay, that's number one. Number two, they return nutrients to the soil. Right? When your soil has decomposer, your soil will remain fertile. Your soil can plant things. If you get what I mean? 肥沃，保持肥沃，你的泥土可以一直种东西。Right? Return nutrients to the soil. Next, you can say returns nutrients to the soil. Keep the soil fertile. Okay, so that soil remains fertile. All right, or you can say suitable for other plants to grow. Okay, you can say that. This is the natural way. I'm not talking about fertilizer. I'm not talking about fertilizer is another topic, right? But last time, when there's no fertilizer, 没有肥料, they have to let things die. They have to let plants die there so that they can have more nutrients so that they can plant things. Right? Last time there's no fertilizer. Fertilizer only exists in the last 100 years. So last time, if your soil is not fertile anymore, there's your soil, there's no more nutrient inside, the soil will be abandoned, right? Nobody will want to plant things there anymore because it's useless, right? There's no such thing as fertilizer last time. Got lah, if you use pee and shit lah. But how can you find that much of pee and shit, right? So anyway, 3 marks here. That's why I give 3 points. Right? Are you guys with me? Besides Felice here. Okay, are you guys with me? Hello? Don't fall asleep. Don't fall asleep. I know it's still Chinese New Year. Right? Okay, yes, Tegan, thank you. Right, Terence, thank you. Hey, Terence, very, very interestingly, your name has double R, right? Because I have another friend called Terence. His name is a single R, and he gets really annoyed if we spell his name as a double R. I don't know why. He gets really pissed off. Okay, wow, your name is a double R. Okay, interesting. Anyway, so number 5. Are you guys with me? Wei Jun and Jaden, are you guys with me? And who else? Who else? Ethan, are you with me? Okay, Wei Jun, good. Nice. Okay. Anyway, let's look at passage number 5. My class is interesting. Well, thank you. Thank you. I try my best, okay? I try to make my I mean, I don't know lah, huh? When you learn maths, right? I don't know, did you guys attend Jinghua's class? Jinghua's class is a bit more serious one because there's no choice lah, because it's maths, right? So he has to be serious. But science, I don't think you can learn things seriously. Yeah. I remember that as in you cannot be very serious and learn things. I want you guys to have fun lah. So I try my best, okay? You did, huh? You did, huh? I don't know, leh. Many people say Jinghua's class is very scary. Is he? Is he? A bit. Always one. Hey, you're not the first. You're not the first. Always my student tell me, sir, why is teacher Jinghua so fierce one? I say fierce. He where got fierce? It don't know lah. It's maybe his aura lah. His aura is the scary feel. Okay, I don't know why. I can never be that. He's the serious type. I cannot like. Okay. Anyway, so let's look at number 5. So a cat killed a rat but did not eat it. The rat's body lay on the ground. Okay. Why would the cat do this though? Right. So as soon as the rat died, bacteria already present in its body began to break down its tissue and its cells. They produce smelly gases. Okay. So you can see this is decomposing. Okay. This is decomposing. So blowflies detected the gas and flew towards the rat's body. They lay eggs on it. The eggs hatch into maggots. Okay. You know what's maggot? You know it's maggot. If your house has rubbish, has trash, I mean every day you take out rubbish, right? Leftover fruit from last night. And if the rubbish truck, the 垃圾车, they didn't come for 3-4 days, you will start to see this white color thing crawling on in your rubbish bin already, all right? That's the maggot lah. That's the maggot. So they are decomposers too. So the maggots produce enzymes that digest the large molecules that made up the rat's body. Smaller molecules were produced. They were absorbed into the maggot's body, helping them to grow. Eventually, only the rat's skeleton remains. See, this is decomposing. The maggots changed into adult blowflies and flew away. Birds and lizards ate some of the blowfly. See, this is another food chain already. Right, so you see, this is a circle of life. Everything just comes around, goes around. Okay, so name one predator mentioned in the passage. Who's the predator? Predator is the strong killer. So that will be your cat. Okay, cat is a predator. Guys, usually predators are very easy to see. Predators, they have eyes in front. I think I told you this, right? Predators have eyes in front. You look at preys, they have their eyes at the side one. And they look stupid. You see rats. Okay, you see, okay, the rats is a bit disgusting. You see a hamster. Okay, hamsters. You see they have their, oh wait, my internet is very slow. Okay, you look at hamsters, I mean, okay lah, sure lah, they look a bit cute lah, but don't you think they look stupid? You see, they look very stupid one because their eyes are at the side. They are called prey. But if you look at predators, okay, let's just say tigers. Okay, Malayan tigers lah, for example. Okay, you look at tigers, they have their eyes in front. That is called, usually a predator looks like this. You look at eagles, they look like this too. All right, they have good eyes and they have claws, right? And they have sharp teeth. These 3 characteristics tells you they are predators because they need good eyes, they need claws, and they need sharp teeth to hunt. right? Hamsters, they don't have this because they don't need this to hunt anyone, right? They just need to run. Hamster only need to run. Those I have seen a lot of things. What? Vietnam War flashback? No lah, right? So you look at you look at owls lah. Okay, you look at owls obviously they are predators. You see? Wow, look at this guy. Why is he so surprised? Right? You see, predators. You see horses they also look very stupid one. You see, don't they look stupid? Horse, they just look very stupid because they have their eyes at the side. They are prey. They are prey. Do they have sharp claws? No. Do they have sharp teeth? No. So dogs and cats, they are predators, right? Dogs and cats, they are predators because you look at dogs and cats, they have very sharp teeth. Okay, they call it canine teeth, and then they have sharp claw. If you have a cat at home, and dogs are also sharp, and then they have eyes in front. Right, so they are predators. Okay, so name two decomposers. So who are the two decomposers here? That would be your bacteria. Okay, and then next is the blowflies. Okay, blowflies. That's why you see flies around dead body, usually lah. Okay, so C, explain why the flies only found the rat's body after bacteria had begun to break it down. Right, so why is blowfly late? Why is bacteria there first? Because of the smell. All right, so how should I write this? There's 2 marks here. Okay, so you can say bacteria breaks down the rat's body, and then the smelly gas released attracts the blowflies. Okay, the smelly gas will attract the blow. Is maggot acceptable? Yeah, you can. Okay, but blowfly will be more suitable because maggot is the young, right? You know, maggots also can lah. Maggots also can lah. Okay, next D. Explain how an atom that was once part of the rat's body could become part of the bird's body. Okay, this is a very good question. You see, let's say rat now has this atom. Next, few more months later, the atom will be on a bird. Why? Because the bird ate the rat lah. Okay. Okay, so but they want the dead rat. Okay, so you can say the atom is transferred, okay, to a blowfly. Okay, to a blowfly. Because the blowfly, the maggot breaks down the rat, right? So now, because the maggots eat the rat, so now the atom is transferred to the blowfly. So the blowfly is eaten by the bird. So now the atom is transferred to the bird. You see, this is, like I said, it's a circle of, it's like money. Okay, your dad earns money from someone else. Okay, so the money is transferred to your dad, and then your dad gives it to you. So it's transferred to you. You spend it somewhere else, it's transferred to someone else. So it's like a circle. Things like that. So we can say birds. Okay, we say a bird lah. So a bird eats the blowfly. So now the atom is transferred to the bird. Okay, so now the bird has the atom. Okay, so next E, use the example described in the passage to explain why decomposers are important. Right, so we have to use this. Okay, like we say, decomposer, they break things down and return it to the nature. So same thing here. It returns the rat's nutrient back to nature. Okay, so you see, let's say if I'm a rat, I have muscles, right? The muscle is made from protein. So when I die, I decompose, I return the protein back to the soil, right? That's why I always say this, okay? I always say this. No matter how successful of a person you are, no matter how powerful a person you are, I don't care, you are the king of the world. One day, someday, you will be broken down by a maggot. You will be a maggot's food. I don't care, you are as powerful as a king, you're a pharaoh. You know what's a pharaoh? Okay, in last time ancient Egypt, they used to believe the leader, which is the pharaoh, they are the son of Ra. Ra is the god, the sun. Ancient Egypt, 古埃及, they used to believe that the sun is a god. Okay, it's called the sun. The sun god is called Ra. Right? They believe Pharaoh. Okay, if I'm a king there, I'm the son of Ra. So what? One day you will die, you will become maggot food too. Okay, so this is why in ancient Egypt, they, because a king is special, a pharaoh is special, so they need to preserve the body. So that's why you have mummies. Okay, that's why you have mummies. Right, so how do you stop decomposing? By the way, right. Okay, let me tell you something. If let's say you die today, within a few hours, your body will start to smell. Yes, the mediator. Oh, that's a good one. Right, so your body will start to smell. Do you know what they do? There's two way. Okay, there's two way. When my father passed away, because you know Chinese, we have to 打斋 one嘛. You know what is 打斋? The funeral. You know, Chinese, we have this tong tong qiang one, okay? You know, when we pass away, we have the namolo, we have to do ceremony one. So when my dad passed away, the ceremony was 2 nights, 3 days. So to stop the body from decomposing, they put a big block of dry ice on my dad's body, right? To slow the decomposition. You see, when this is why they put dead bodies into refrigerators. Do you know this? If you go to if you watch any drama before, dead bodies, they will store it in the fridge. Not as in the fridge at your home. They have hospital, they're very big fridge one. Okay, it's like a drawer. They will put the dead body inside to slow down the decomposition. And you know what's the scary thing? Because the funeral was 3 days. So after the last day of the funeral, before we have to send my dad for cremation, okay, when they open the casket, my dad's face already start to blacken. Decomposition okay, decomposition. So if you want to preserve body for even a longer time, that's when you use formalin. Okay, you know what is formalin? It's called fumalin. This thing is used to preserve bodies, right? If you put a body part into formalin, even 100 years, they will not spoil. Okay, so if let's say next time you die, you want to preserve your body, you want your body to stay there for 100 years, they will take your blood out from your body, they will put formalin into your body. That's what happened to Lenin. You know who is Lenin? Vladimir Lenin. He was the leader of Russia. So when he died, they actually preserve. Okay, so they preserve, for the lack of a better word, so they preserve his body for 100 years. I think it's still, if I'm not mistaken, it's still there, right? So you see, after 100 years, the body is still perfect. I mean, if you dare look at this, you see, it's not broken down, it's not decomposed, right? Because formalin is a very good thing in stopping decomposition. That's what they use when they preserve mummies, right? They will use the cloth, you know, mummies okay, mummies, they are, you see, they are wrapped in this cloth, right? So the cloth, they will dip it in formalin and then they will wrap the body. So that's why, how long is this? This is like 5,000-6,000 years. It's still here. I mean, yeah lah, it's a little bit broken down already lah. But hey, look at this. You see, after 5,000 years, it still looks okay, right? Scary, huh? That's what the Egyptians, they believe lah, right? And if you're very interested, you know who is Tutankhamun? You know who is Tutankhamun? This was the king that they found. All right, this is how they, the whole sarcophagus, the whole guancai, the whole thing is made from gold, right? And this is how they visualize his face based on the mummy. Based on the mummy, they use computer and they reconstruct his body. This is how he looked like. This is how they believe he looked like, right? Hey, this guy, it took them like a few hundred years to find them. You know why? Because he was buried very deep under a valley, which they call it a Valley of Kings, right? They didn't put his body into a pyramid because they are scared of grave robbers. You know who are grave robbers? You know, some robbers, they will go into king's grave and then they will take their gold. So to stop that from happening, they bury this guy deep under the Valley of Kings. It took them few hundreds of years to find, and they believe that his tomb is cursed. Okay, his tomb is cursed by Egyptian magic, black magic. If you break, because the two fellow who found this tomb, they died very shortly after. When they found the tomb, very shortly after, they got into an accident and they died. Right? So they believe this is the Pharaoh's curse. If you believe in it, lah. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Right? So imagine this. This is the real thing. Okay. Ooh, it's made from gold. Right? So anyway, so as I said, let's come back to here. As I said, no matter how rich you are, no matter how powerful you are, no matter how successful you are, whether you're a king or you're as loser as a beggar, we will all end up the same way. Okay, someday we will become a maggot's food, right? Because someday we will die. Okay, so anyway, so moving on, let's go to next question. So 4 lizards, 2 males and 2 females were put into an island where no lizards were present. Okay, so the lizards ate flies and other small insects. There were buzzards and eagles on the island which could eat lizards. Okay, so these are the predators. So the graph shows what happened to the population of lizards over the next 50 years. Wow, you see, they increased like crazy. All right, so explain the meaning of the term population is a group of the same species. Okay, a group of the same species. Like you see, the humans in this world, we call it human population. Okay, because we're the same species, right? We're the same species, right? Human population. Okay, so we have 8 billion right now. We have 8 billion people in the world right now. A little bit too much, a little bit too many, if you ask me. Okay. We should be 4 million, we should be 4 billion to reduce pollution. Okay. So, like I said, Thanos actually has a point. Okay, his point is to snap half the humans away to stop destruction and pollution. But he has a point. Right? 8 people is just enough. Terrence, I worry about you, Terrence. Why are you so pessimistic? Right. So go and collect the Infinity Stone and snap everyone away. So B, what was the maximum population of the lizards on the island? So maximum is around here, I think. 900-ish lah. Okay, I will say 900. Okay, I will say 900. Wow, these 4 lizards, they are doing a good job. They go from 4 to 900. Wow, good job, guys. Very good. Very well done. So C, Suggest why the lizard population increased during the first 35 years. Why does it increase here? Okay, because there's plenty of food. Okay, there's plenty of food. Okay, so you have sufficient. Sufficient means enough lah. Okay, sufficient food for the lizards. Okay, maybe there's a lot of insects for them to eat. That's why they increase like crazy. Next, there would be very little predators. Okay, if there's no one eating them, yes, less predator, very good. There's very little predators. Maybe there's only very little buzzards and eagles, so no one can kill them. So they increase like crazy lah. Okay, so suggest why the lizard population eventually stopped increasing. Why did it stop here? Because there's not enough food already. They reach a bottleneck. They reach a maximum point already. Okay, you can say insufficient food, or you can say insufficient space. There is not enough space for the lizards to live. Right? So guys, from this, what does it tell us? What does this thing tell us? Please don't simply release any animals into the wild. All right? Please don't release any animals into the wild. You know, this was what happened in Australia, the rabbit pandemic. The rabbit, I think it's called a pandemic ecological disaster, something like that. Okay, let me show you. I think it's rabbit, rabbit ecological disaster. I think it happened in Australia, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Okay, look at this. Okay, they cause great environmental damage. Okay, what happened? What happened here? What happened here? Right, guys. Rabbits. Yes, okay. Rabbits, they were originally from Europe. All right, they were originally from Europe. So some people, they brought rabbits to Australia as a pet. Right? They brought it as a pet. So do you know rabbit, when they reproduce, they reproduce like crazy. Rabbits when they make babies, they can produce a few hundred in 1 year. Listen, 1 year. So what happened was, when they brought these rabbits to Australia, when they don't want the rabbit anymore, they think they are doing a good job by releasing it to the wild. Like, hey, there you go. I give you freedom. You are off. You are free, right? You can go do whatever you want. Many people think that this is a good thing. No, wrong. Very, very wrong. Because you see, rabbit is not native in Australia, right? Australia predators, they have not seen a rabbit before. So nobody eats them. Right? Guys, animals, they are very choosy about their food. You cannot tell a lion, you cannot tell a tiger, hey, bro, you got no meat to eat today, right? You go and eat grass lah. You cannot do that one, you know. It's not like human, today you want to eat sushi, sushi shop no open, then you go and eat char kway teow or something. No, they cannot change their diet one. Someone came in. Someone came in. Okay, so yes, anyway. So what happened was they released these rabbits into the wild. So what happened? They started reproduce like crazy. In a short amount of time, which is like a few years, they reproduce in a number of millions, right? Suddenly, you have a few million rabbits in Australia. You might say, sir, rabbits are cute. Isn't it a good thing? No. Guys, rabbits, they are rodents. They are just like mouse. They are just like rats. They carry diseases, not to mention they are pests. They will go into your farm. They will eat all your shit, right? Imagine you have a rice farm or a fruit farm. Suddenly you have 3,000 rabbits go into your farm and eat everything. Now you are broke, right? Yeah lah, rabbits, they are cute lah, but not in this way. Right? What would you feel if you're a small farm, you depend on the farm to live? Now a bunch of rabbit comes and destroy everything. Are they cute? No, they're not so cute anymore, isn't it? That's what happened. Right? Hi Clarissa, hello. You're a bit late. Remember to request this video, okay? Because if not, you will not understand. Okay, so this is what happened, right? This thing actually took over Australia and it caused huge amount of disaster, right? So in Australia, rabbits are considered as a pest, right? The video later, you WhatsApp me? You WhatsApp me? Guys, if you need any video, right? Okay, I'll put my phone here. Okay, so if you need the video, please WhatsApp me. I'll send it to you. Do they kill rabbits there? They have to. Right, guys. Okay, here's the thing. You might say, sir, why don't they start killing rabbits? You see, rabbits, they are not very easy to kill. Can you shoot them? You can try. You know how small they are and you know how fast they run? You cannot shoot them. So basically, they have to kill them in large numbers to stop them from destroying farms. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is, please don't simply say, oh, I give you freedom. Hey, I release any animal into the wild. Please don't do that. This is a stupid thing to do, right? You see, you read this sentence. It took only around 50 years for this invasive rabbit to spread across the entire continent. It took them 50 years to go all around Australia in the number of millions. Okay, and then you look at the second paragraph. Their numbers become so large that they destroyed crops and land, leading to soil erosion. They also negatively affected agriculture and plants by overgrazing. That means they eat too much of grass. So you see, in this case, rabbits, they became a pest. Right? So they're not so cute anymore, isn't it? Hey, not to mention, do you know what's the emu? Do you know what's the emu? This is a discount ostrich. Okay, this is, look at this ugly bird. Okay, they look so freaking ugly. Okay, you know as emu, right? In Australia, they are also a pest. Okay, they are also a pest. It's so hard to kill them because they also reproduce like crazy one. They have millions of them, and to a point, yes, they run very fast, and one shot, you couldn't kill them. Okay, and you know what's the ridiculous thing? The Australians because they keep eating their crops, right? Imagine you're a rice farmer, they eat all your rice. So the farmers, they were so pissed off, they go and tell the Australian government, this thing was 100 years ago. And you know what the government did? You know what the Australian government did? What the Australian government did? They declared war on emus. Yes, you heard that right. They declared war on this bird, on this ugly freaking bird, and they call this an emu war. Imagine how stupid it sounds. You declare war against a bird. And you know what's the funniest thing? You know what's the funniest thing? Yeah, you see, they failed the first attempt. You see, how can you not kill birds, right? You have guns, the birds do not have any guns, but they failed the first attempt, right? And then I think they wasted a lot of ammunition, and they only managed to kill a few of them. This is so freaking funny. And then I think they declared failure. You see, you read this, the paragraph, approximately 40 emus killed, right? You only managed to kill 40. Right? And then you read this 10 December one. On 10 December, his report, he claimed he killed 986 emus with 9,000 something rounds. That means bullet, with 9,000 something bullet, he managed to kill 900 something birds. That means he spent 10 rounds on one bird. You have to shoot a bird 10 times to kill it. That's a freaking stupid war, right? And they call this, and after that, they declared failure. Okay, they declared failure. The emus won, right? Imagine you go to war with a bird and you lost the war. See how fun this cracks me already. It's so freaking funny. You see, who would win in a fight? You lost to a bird. Right? Hey, you know how fast they run? You shoot them once, they won't die, and then they will start running. So you know who to shoot now? You have to chase them, right? So they fail. They fail. So what I'm trying to say here is don't simply release any wild or any animal into the wild. You can create a huge ecological disaster. Please don't do that. Right? I mean, why are you releasing any pets that you don't want into the wild? You are a terrible owner, right? I seriously cannot forgive people who abandon their pets. Not cats, not dogs, whatever. People who abandon their pets, you deserve a slow and painful death. Like seriously. Okay, would you abandon your kid? No, you wouldn't. Why? Then why would you abandon your pet? It's another life. Okay, it's a life form. Why would you abandon it? I really don't understand. Right, anyway, so number 7. So the Serengeti Plains is a large area of the grassland in Africa. So this is the amount of rainfall. As you can see, earlier of the year, there's a lot of rain, and then in the middle, there's no rain. And then at the year end, the rain starts to increase a bit. So you see, the grass just follows. When there's a lot of rain, grass also grows taller. When there's no rain, grass will be very short. And then when rain comes again, the grass grows taller again. Right? So it follows, see? So it makes sense. Right. In which month did most rain fall? That would be March. Okay. So is there any correlation? Correlation means is there any relationship? Are they related between the amount of rainfall and the height of grass? Okay, yes. Yes, okay. Because height of grass corresponds to the amount of rainfall. Okay, what does it mean by corresponds? That means they move together. You go down, I go down. You go up, I go up. I follow everything. So this obviously tells you they are very related. I mean, makes sense lah. When you have more water, you grow more. Okay, common sense. So next, zebras are herbivores that eat grass. The graph below shows the size of zebra population. You see, it follows the grass again. More grass, more zebra. No grass, no zebra. See, that's why everyone in the ecosystem, they are related. So using the information in the first 2 graphs suggests the reason for change in zebra. Okay, so wow, 4 marks. Okay, I didn't give enough lines here, isn't it? Okay, so 4 marks. So when grass height increase, zebra population increase. I'm writing short form here, guys. I'm just lazy. I don't want to write so long. When grass height increase, zebra population increase. Okay, why? Because grass is the source of food for zebra. Okay, so when food source increase, population increase. Okay, makes sense. When there's more food, you grow more. Obviously, right? So you have more food to eat, you grow more lah. So, okay, which brings me back to my human population. Okay, some people they say, sir, why is human population so crazy right now? Because we have a lot of food, right? There are plenty of food to go around. That's why human increase like crazy. Guys, let me tell you this, world obesity rate, that means fat people, world obesity rate is far higher than world hunger. Right? That means there are more fat people than hungry people in this world. That means we have plenty of food. That's why we have the luxury to waste food. Do you know this? Hey guys, if I'm not mistaken, they say during festivals, in Malaysia, like Chinese New Year or Hari Raya, averagely, I think they say we throw out 3,000 tons of food daily. daily, we throw out 3,000 tons of food. That's like 3 million kilos. Just Malaysia alone, we throw out that much of food. Not spoiled food, as in food that we cannot finish. We over order, we cannot finish, so we pour it down the drain, we throw it into longkang. That's how much food we are wasting. What does it mean? That means we have a lot of food to go around, right? So there shouldn't be any hungry people in this world, but unfortunately we still do, because we enjoy wasting food. I don't know lah, guys. Wasting food is like a human behavior, right? We would rather order more than ordering less, because you go outside, you know this one. Okay, ordering more is like our trend. Oh, I want this and this and this, and then we cannot finish, then we just throw away the food lah. Okay, so when you have enough food, there will be a lot of population. So why is human population so crazy? Because we have plenty of food, right? Okay, anyway, so so we finish our ecology. Okay, we finish our ecology. Let's jump back into our pollution. Okay, I wish that I can finish this, but unfortunately I can't today. Okay, let's talk about pollution, right? Let's talk about pollution. Guys, please pay attention here. Please pay attention here. This part, I think it's very important, because you'll be studying this until your year 11, because pollution is the biggest problem that we are facing right now. And your exam, they will come out a lot of questions with this, right? Because the biggest point, okay, you might say, sir, why are we learning science today? The biggest challenge science is trying to solve today is pollution, right? Because right now, we still have no idea how to solve this thing, right? Our pollution is getting worse and worse every day. And there are ways to slow it down, but to solve this, we are not there yet. All right, and you have to think, pollution only started to happen in the last 100 or 200 years. Okay, in that short amount of time, we managed to create so much pollution that we have no idea how to contain that. All right, so let's look at the point. So an undesired change, that means a change that we don't want. Undesired means we don't want. 我们不想要的. Okay, an undesired change, 不想要的改变 in the environment caused by human activities is called pollution. Right? So pollution is caused by the releasing of pollutant. Pollutant is the thing that causes pollution, right? 我们叫污染物. Like this is a pollutant, right? Poisonous gas is a pollutant, because pollutant will cause pollution. All right, and of course, pollution was rapidly accelerated during the first industrial revolution. Now, when was this? If you learn history, the first industrial revolution was around 1800, 18 something, like around 200 years back in UK. So like I said, you see, pollution is a very recent thing. It's a very, if you compare to human history, human history is like 10, 12, 15,000 years. Pollution only started to happen in the last 200 years. So it's a very, very recent thing. When machines and factories were built in large scales, now we start to mass produce, right? Production increased, which caused a huge increase in pollutant being released, right? As you can see, when mass production happens, it causes pollution. Guys, do you know what is mass production? Do you know what is mass production? All the products you use today, I'm sure it's a mass production. You see, my Apple Pencil, this thing is produced in the numbers of millions every day, mass production. Your iPad, your iPhone, whatever phone, this is a mass production. Okay, what isn't come from a factory, right? My IKEA bottle is a mass production, right? The light bulb here, you cannot run away from mass production nowadays, right? So when you do mass production, when you use more material to create more things, you create more pollution. This is something that you cannot avoid, right? So this is what we are trying to solve right now. So the human population also increased, causing an increase in demand for more material. When you have more humans, you need more food, more phones, more laptops, more everything. So when you need to create more, you need to produce more, so you produce more pollution. This is something that you cannot avoid, right? Which also lead to more pollution, as I said, right? So next week, I'll go into air pollution. Okay, and then I'll talk about water pollution. I'll talk about the land pollution too. Guys, have you heard of light pollution? Have you heard of sound pollution? Right? These are not as obvious, but it's there. Light pollution. Okay, I'll talk about this next week. Right? So I'll talk about this next week. Okay. So anyway, I think I'll stop here. Okay. Thanks for coming, guys. I wish you a happy Chinese New Year again. I shall see you next Tuesday. Okay. So good night, everyone. See you. Take care. Good night and bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. See you next week.